afternoon, good evening, good morning for you folks. It's your man, Lloyd George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Can you believe it, folks? It's almost going to be a new month. Just in another few hours, it's going to be September. It's like, what the world is going on? It seems like 2024 just started, and we're just, we got like 4 more months left. It's flying. So, folks, we just had a big weekend for bodybuilding. We had the North America is still going on. Shout out to ladies who I know who did that show, and also we have another show coming up tomorrow. Two shows coming tomorrow. That is the Masters World Championships, and also the Alina Popa Classic. As you know, if you follow my channel, you know I've talked about it a lot. I met Miss Popa 2 years ago. It was a pleasure to meet her. And and also met one of the ladies that also competed at that show. So, folks, we have here's a lovely lady here. She is an amateur competitor. She last competed at the North Americans. This has been a couple of years ago, and we're going to talk to her. And she shares a story how she got into bodybuilding and her plans. We have the lovely Mrs. Angelina Sifuentez. I want to get it right, so I don't want to mess it up. And we welcome her for taking the time out here and talking with us. So we'll ask Angelina, what got you started in this sport, as I call it, muscle and masculinity? Please share.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, we have a problem. Tell her difficulty, folks. It happens. Give her a minute. She'll be
Sifuentez,
just
yeah.
yeah. So what got you started in bodybuilding? Hello?
What got me started is I've always been in the fitness world, but I was looking for somebody to get into bodybuilding, and I couldn't find anybody because in my area there isn't many
We
coaches.
ooh, folks, some technical difficulties. We'll give her a minute, and we're straighten out. We let her come back. We got here. My man KL the Wanderer says, "Hey, what's going on? Not much, brother." I talked to Angelina, and also to my man. He says, "Angelina, I like your page." Well, she gets back. We'll let her know that. Folks, as you know, we did have I want to shout out to my dear friends, my dear friend Yella May Hensel, who competed at North Americas. And sorry, Yella, you didn't get your pro card. Also, I want to shout out, Shannon Leicester, tiny, we call it Tinkerbell, tiny Tinkerbell. She did get a pro card, and also Jenny Hart, and also Jerissa Upton. They did not turn pro, but like I said, so we're gonna give her a moment. So if you like talking with yourselves, I'm going to step out for a bit, and I'm going to do like how it is with the old TV shows. You gotta you play some music. There she is. There she is. Let's see. There you go.
My
There you go.
gosh.
That's all right. It's not the first time.
Sorry. Okay, where
Yeah.
was I? Okay, I said that I was with I'm with Maura now, and she's the one that helped me get into nationals in 2021. I did, I think, oh gosh, it's hard to remember how many shows that I did before. I did, I think four shows altogether in physique. So I did two shows in figure and then four shows in physique. And I got third place in nationals, but I was just so worn out because I was doing show after show, like two shows. So I took now it's going to be 3 years. I took 3 years. November, it'll be 3 years that I haven't competed. And I just been working on growth, like inner growth, spiritual growth, and my physique, and my physique has definitely grown and changed, and I'm proud how my body looks now. And it took a lot of work, and now I'm ready to start another show.
So okay, so you want to? Are you planning on doing like a regional show to get you nationally qualified, or you want to just jump into? Because I think you have like a once you have like I think a year or two to use your national qualification for the next show. If not, then they just have to do another show to get your national qualification.
Yeah, I had a year to do a show, and I did two national shows. The first national show I got sixth place, and the second national show I got third place. So I was by then I felt like my body and my mental health was just tearing apart, and I got depressed because I worked so hard for or every show I worked really hard, but I wanted my pro card so bad, and I felt really depressed because it didn't. I got third place, which now I appreciate that, because even third place is good. But in my mind, because I'm a perfectionist. In my mind, I'm like, no, that's not. I work so hard. That's not good enough. But as we all know, there's like a lot of politics involved and things going in NPC. So you got to just take that with a grain of salt when you're involved in the bodybuilding. So now I'm just I've grown a lot since then mentally, and I just accept that, and I just work harder, and I just tell myself it's not about the coaches, it's not about anybody on the stage. This is for me. It's not about other people pressuring me, when am I going to compete again. It's about me when I want to compete, how I want my prep to go, how I want my body to look, what the person's body looks like, another competitor, what she looks like, or the other one, the people around me while I'm doing the show. It's about what I want for me, how I want my body to look, um, who am I doing this for? And that is for me and my happiness, my personal growth, my professional growth as well, my spiritual growth, my body, my physical growth. It's for me, not for anybody else.
Yeah, that's about a sport that you have to find what works for you and something that helps you. Like one thing I think I have a debate with a lady who will come friendly with. We talk about motivation and discipline. Sometimes you need that motivation. The discipline helps, but you need that motivation to get you going, to follow that discipline, because you don't have that
Definitely.
something inside of you to say, you know what, I want to push and keep going. The discipline doesn't really just goes out the window. It does help,
Yes.
but you need that motivation for you to really focus on your goals. Here we have here from my man KL the Wonder. He's coming through. He says, "Shout out to KL." He says, "Angelina, like your page. Appreciate it, brother." Also, he says, better luck next time for the women that didn't get their pro cards. That's how the cookies crumbles sometimes, but hang in there. Yeah, I appreciate that. Also, he likes to ask you, what is your workout routine like for your during the week? So, what's it like for you? Because and also, who's your coach? Who you working with?
What is it like for me? Well, I'm a pretty busy person. Like, I'm a preschool teacher. I get off at 4 o'clock, and I commute. So I work in a different uh, county, really. And so I work in Lathrop, and I travel to Modesto, California to see my coach, Mora. And I work out, and I do that 4 days out of the week. And I work out with her. And then I go to the town I live in, and I do whatever else I have to do, like other workouts, small workouts, like maybe glutes if we didn't do do glutes that day, and then I do my cardio. And most of the time, I don't get home until 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Then I start my meal prep, whatever I have that I do need to cook for the following day, and then I go to bed usually around 12 o'clock. And it's like that for me every single day. It's like I see her 4 days out of the week, and the days that I don't see her, I work out at the gym on my own. So my schedule is pretty busy. I work out like 6 days a week. Like say if I did back with Mora, then the next day I may do I'll do shoulders. So because I need to grow, I need to condition, I need to so there's a lot of things that I need to do that are involved in it, and that goes in with needing to be at the gym 6 days a week, whether I like it or not. But if I feel my body is sore and I need to rest one week more than one day, I definitely will do that, because rest is very, very important. And there's times that I'll do 3 days a week. If I really need to do 3 days out of that one week, I will rest 3 days out of the week, because I definitely learned throughout the years that rest is important, because your body will not grow if you do not rest, so I will do that. I'm just a fanatic when it comes to being in the gym. And just like I said earlier, I'm a perfectionist. So I just love, it helps me with my anxiety. So, and just figuring out what I need to do throughout the day, just being in the gym calms me, and my mental health is definitely better the following day.
Hmm. Yeah, because this is a process that people understand about bodybuilding. Everything is involved in it helps as you develop as an athlete. Most people think about bodybuilding as like, oh, just take some steroids and this and just work out. No, that's not all of it. All of it is you have to be consistent and you have to follow a diet, a regimen, working out, different body parts, or working on
Yes.
your weaknesses and your strengths. It's not as
Yes.
complicated. Yeah, because I have people told me, I know people tell me, say, George, these people can take the same shit I take, but they're not going to look like what I look like.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's definitely true. Like, it isn't all about anabolic steroids. People could take steroids. I mean, I know people that take steroids and their body does not look good. So it comes out your schedule about what body part you're going to work out. Like I know people that, oh, I did arms and I did back and I did legs. And I'm like, how did you do that? That does not work that way. So you got to have a strict regimen on what you're going to work out throughout the week, or just throughout your lifestyle. You just can't just do arms, legs, and back all in the same week. You got to have a strict schedule of what body part you're going to work out. You have to have a strict schedule about when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat. And, it's just not, you just can't throw in, um, you got to go by your diet. You got to have carbs at a certain time. You got to have your protein at a certain time. It just, everything is mathematical. Everything matters. What you're going to eat at a certain time, how much sleep you're going to get, how long are you going to be in the gym? It's not like you could be in there for hours, because overtraining could also affect how you're going to look. To me, you got to do quads one day, 4 days later, you got to do hamstrings and glutes. You can't just do quads one day and the next day do hamstrings and glutes. You got to give yourself time. Again, it's mathematical. You got to give yourself time to recover. So for your body to all fall into place and to look fantastic, it takes a lot of time and consistency. I don't
Hmm.
know if motivation comes into play. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I don't feel as motivated, but I'm still in the gym. It's just being goal oriented. oriented and loving what you do. You got to love it to get the result. You
Mm-hmm.
have to love it to get the results you want. So that's very, very important. If you're not consistent and love what you do, then your mind will tell your body that you're not loving what you do, you're not appreciating what you do. So as well, you're not going to get the results you want. Your energy, your inner energy matters too.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot to this because it's not as simple as a lot of people think. Like the diet. That's the one thing about it. The workouts. Like we working out. What's your favorite and least favorite workout when you're in the gym?
I love doing quads. I love doing I'm just thinking because I love a lot of things. So I love doing quads, I love doing hamstrings, and I love doing back, but also shoulders too. Chest, I like it, but I rather have a coach to work with me. Like I had a coach, Rob in Modesto. He does a wonderful job with chest. So I used to really love working with him because I used to um, learn a lot from him on because all the different ways of working out chest, which makes it all the more interesting, and shoulders. He's like really good with all the body parts, and he knows all different ways of working out the body parts, and that's important too. You got to like change your workout so you don't get bored. And so it keeps your interest, keeps your motivation going, because not all the time your motivation is going to be there. So it does really matter what coach you have, because you don't want to lose interest and fall off the wagon and stop going to the gym, because it's very good for you in so many ways, mentally and physically and spiritually. So it's important for me, my opinion, to have a coach. Like I have a coach all year long. I just even off season, because it keeps my interest going, and I learned so many things on how to work the body. I learned so many things about hormones. I learned like there's like so many different things to learn in the fitness world, and that's what keeps it interesting. That's what keeps me going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Quads. That's pretty much leg
So I would
day.
say quad, chest.
What? Because like I
Yeah.
said, yeah, yeah. Quads is pretty much leg day. Most bodybuilders don't like leg day. Chest, I think most people don't like chest too much, but that's the part you have to develop because it's the overall look of a physique. We have the comments from here, my man. This is from a man, Diverse Adams. He says this. He says, "Hey, how's it going? Yeah, hey, how you doing, brother?" Also, this is from my man KL. He says this. He says, as a perfectionist, do you beat yourself up a lot, even if you know you are tired? How do you be compassionate to yourself? So, like like this thing is, it's a lot for, especially for a woman, to do what y'all do, and it's a tough sport, physically, mentally. The biggest part is financially, because you got to think about it. It costs y'all ladies more to compete compared to the men. The guys got to put on a pair of banana hammocks and board shorts. Y'all ladies, it's your hair, your makeup, not just the other stuff that you can also the other stuff that's involved in it, like going to the shows. You're an amateur. You got to pay entrance fees. You got to pay for your coach. That's a lot.
Yes, it is. And I make a big sacrifice when I do a show. I make a big sacrifice because I have to pay for everything. I mean, my coach, my anabolic steroids, my um, bikini, my music, my makeup, my tanning. I mean, and I'm a single mother. My kids are older, but they still need me. I might have a 21-year-old and 24-year-old, and they both live with me, and they need me still. The job never ends for a single mother. So I'm paid for everything in the house, and then trying to compete. So it can be very, very difficult. But as we all know, when we have a goal, it's always hard. It's always difficult at first to achieve it. So it doesn't.
Mhm.
I've gone to school twice. I have a degree, an associate's degree in law enforcement, and I have a bachelor's degree in early childhood development. And I had to work extremely hard for that too. And there was always challenges financially with that. I think with any goal, you're going to go through some challenges, financially, emotionally. You're gonna have a difficult time, but that goes in with reaching a goal. So I just keep plugging away, and I'm not going to give up until I get my pro card. So, hello again to all the judges. I'll be there.
Well, yeah, it's like I said, this is like I often I've heard from ladies, bodybuilding is not like a race, it's a marathon. It's about taking your time and developing how you go along the way. I mean, it's a lot to it. And you said your boys are they're grown. They can work. They can put it in help with the bills. I was living with my mom, and and I pull in help with the bills. It's been like it's been a long time
Yeah.
since yeah, my mom passed away 4 years ago. And we had understanding, and
Oh,
I yeah, and I know your boys, they support you, they love you, you're their mom. I know, they ever come to your shows when you're competing, when you're growing up?
I didn't catch the last words, the last
Did
few
yeah,
sentences.
yeah. Did your sons ever come to your shows when you were competing?
Oh yeah, my eldest, he was always my biggest supporter. Like both of my sons, they're my biggest supporters besides my coach. And they've been absolutely wonderful. They put up with me because, as you know, we go through our ups and downs when we're prepping for a show. They put up with me coming home late from the gym. They put up with me cooking my food. I mean, they are my biggest supporters. They really been there for me through all of this, and it's been hard for them too. And I have shows, and when I'm prepping, and we're all going through it when I'm prepping for a show, because they see me working extremely difficult, leaving the house early and coming home late. And so I really not only do they support me, but I support them with their goals. We support each other. We're a small family, but we have a lot of love in the house for each other.
That's good. You have support with your boys, your family. I don't know. I think if I think about it, this, your son, they go to a show and someone say, "Hey, man, I saw your mom in a posing suit." And you're like, "Hey, that's my mom. Let me talk about mom, man." If you want to fight, but it's good that you have support. It's tough to be in this. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tough to be in the sport, and then how people make judgments about, especially women in bodybuilding. They comment, and people were like, she's trying to be man, yada 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 yada. But you are an athlete, and you're in a sport that you enjoy doing. I wish the sport will return that favor. Like, one thing I, most definitely as an amateur, the cost of your again of competing with everything goes into it, like going to shows, putting your fees. I think there should be more assistance for the competitors, because the fact is, you're the people that we the fans come to see, and I think there should be some compensation, something, if not anything, like maybe a discount on your on certain things that can help you out as you are prepping and getting ready for competition.
Yeah, I definitely would I definitely would be very appreciative of that. If I did get help, I would appreciate it. But with all I unfortunately I haven't had that help. I haven't had that experience. I just been paying for it all on my own, and it's just a blessing from God that I've had the opportunity to pay for all of it. Because I've had conversations with people, and you know what? I can't answer that question. It's just been, a blessing. Like I would, there's been times where I did trainings for work because we have to do training, teachers have to do trainings, and I would get a stipend, and that stipend would help me pay for shows. So, it's just different things that would come up, and I would have the extra money to do my shows that I've done. So, and then when it comes, you mentioned about how people could be ugly and hateful when it comes to women competitors. I definitely did have a lot of experiences with that, especially with the last year. I've been getting a lot of negativity and harassment due to my physique and the way I look. And even mostly at employment, places of employment, I get so much hate, from in my last job that I've got scrutinized because of the way I looked, and I had to file for harassment because of how I was treated. And I strongly believe it was due to how I looked, my physique. Since I've gotten bigger with my muscle and everything, that's what I've been experiencing. And it's been totally awful, but I just keep trucking, keep pushing, keep moving towards my goal. There's and when I do go through experiences like that, I just feel like it's life pushing me, telling me like, how bad do you want it? Do you really want this? And I definitely push harder and I say, hell yeah, I want this. And no person, nothing in life is going to stop me from reaching my goal. So I just keep, I won't let anything turn me away from it. I mean, I invested too much of my own money, invested too much time, and going without sleep, you know, not having anything because I invested my money into doing a show. I mean, people don't understand the behind the scene things that happen that a competitor goes through. Your family has to sacrifice when you're gone trying to do a show, like do cardio late at night, do cardio early in the morning, get all your workouts in. There's a lot that goes into it. And I definitely have done a lot of sacrifice throughout the years, off season, during prepping. It's just a 24/7 thing. You never quit. Once you see a competitor on stage, doesn't mean that's the only moment, that she shines or that she's sacrificing, because it's nerve-wracking being on stage. It's off season. It's being off the stage, and it's 24/7. You're going through it. You're working extremely hard. At least for me, that's the way it is. So in my mind, I'm thinking a lot of competitors it's the same way.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's a lot of sacrifice you got to make: time, your money, your health, your mental health, your physical health. You know, people don't understand that, and the people that make these comments, they're the ones who just are either ignorant or just don't know any better. They don't know what it takes to be. They don't say it to any other professional athlete, but because bodybuilding is just this extreme sport, it's so easy to pick on it, point fingers at it compared to others. Here we get here coming from a man. Davers, he says, "I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, it's awful, especially when you work in a job. People need to be professional." This is from my man,
Yeah.
KLA. He says, "Good thing my mother never did bodybuilding. No offense." And also, this is from a man, Curtis. Yeah, yeah. My, my man Curtis L. Jordan Jr. He says, "You don't need a coach. You are the coach. I mean, you came this far getting muscles. Good mother, and I love your makeup." Well, like I said, the coach is there to help you, figure yourself out. That's a point to coach. It's harder people to do this on their own. Some people they do their own coaching, but then you need that coach to maybe to point out some things that you might have issues with, and then figure them out. So, folks, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna jump
Yeah,
into Angelina's. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
We're gonna jump to Angelina's social media for a bit. We're gonna look at some pictures and videos. Follow her. You want to follow her? Her social media links are in the description of this live stream. You can check her out. You can support her in her path as a competitive bodybuilder. But guys and Angelina, this is no offense to you. I say this as a disclaimer anytime I do this. No D pics. Stop it. Get some help. I mean, she's a nice
No
lady.
what?
What? No D pics.
Oh, no mean pics.
No, no,
Yeah,
D pics. D
yeah. People
pics.
are just they
Hmm? What?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
People are just people. They can't do it themselves. They're throwing out their insecurities. They're reflecting. They're giving what how they're feeling about themselves, the insecurities that they have within. They're projecting that onto me. That's how I feel when I see ugliness. And don't worry, that those people do not affect me whatsoever. They're just insecure themselves and need to find themselves. And I'm sorry. I'll just pray for them. I'm sorry that they feel that way.
Well, don't worry about it. I said like this. I'm gonna quote from my favorite comedian, Bertie Mac. He said, like, people don't like you, fuck them. That's it. Just fuck them. So we're gonna jump into social media for a bit
Oh
here.
hell yeah! I love them.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest. So we on her IG. We look at some videos and pics here, and this is a one I think this one I just saw a while ago. It's a recent one. Looks like here she is. She's doing a little workout. She's doing Bulgarian squat splits. I mean, those are tough. Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
yeah. So and also going here and more here. She does. She says she has to really work on her quads, and I know guys, you're looking at her bending over, but this is part of the workout. So be cool. But yeah, and what as you yeah as you train, you feel this is really your motivation. Like I said again, it keeps you going. And you hear this guy right here beside you. He's doing a little dance, and you doing this. I mean, who's the guy beside you?
That's Austin. He owns that gym, the Fit Factory in Modesto, California. He's an awesome man. He's actually my coach, and Maura and him, they're a couple. And, I really want to stress the fact that they were there for me during COVID while I was competing. All the gyms were closed and nobody was able to get into the gyms. And they had their gym open for me, and I was able to work out with Maura and on my own when I did not see her. And they're just very loving, caring people. They love their clients and they welcome anybody that wants to just train on their own. Both of them very knowledgeable. I really appreciate them. They've been there for me many, many occasions. And Maura, she's just not only my coach, but she's my friend. She's not just there for me for my physical health, but also my mental health. She also helps me with posing. So the person that made a comment about not needing a coach, you definitely need a coach for posing. So that's very important. And you need a coach for your mental health, because you go through a lot when you're prepping and you don't see things that a coach can see that can help that your coach can help you with, he or she can help you with. So I definitely do believe also working out on your own full as well, because sometimes you need that peace, that quietness to yourself, that you need that time to yourself to meditate and work on workouts that you're trying to learn. So definitely working out on your own is very helpful. I do both. I work out on my own and I work out with my coach.
Hmm. And like I said, how long you more have
See,
known each
that's when
other?
I was.
Hmm? What?
I went to her. I went to her. I believe it was 2019 to 2000, the 2020. And then I left her in 2021 after my national show. She's the one that got me into national, helped me to get into nationals. She was my coach at the time. And then I left, and then that's when um, I went to a different coach. His name was Alex. And then I went to Rob. Rob is in Modesto, California as well, and he's an excellent coach. I love him to pieces. He was also very helpful with me with my mental health and I learned so much from him. When I was with him, learning different ways of working out different body parts. He's very knowledgeable as well. They're both amazing coaches. He's at RTB Connection in Modesto, California, on McHenry as well. And if anybody's looking for a coach, I recommend him. If anybody is looking for a coach, I recommend the Fit Factory as well, with Maura or Austin. They're both amazing coaches, and they put their heart into their clients, and that's what matters to me. They're coaches that just want, they take you in, but they just want to take you in and take your money. But Maura and Austin, Rob at RTB Fitness Connection, they're amazing people. They love what they do, and they love the clients as well, and that's what matters. Like what I was saying earlier, you're not going to get the best results if you don't love what you're doing, if you don't have any passion. Your body's not going to respond the way you want. So same thing for coaches. Coaches have to love what they do to get the results that they want from their clients. So it just like anything, it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's you have to be able to work at it. It's not as easy as everybody look at it. It's not like going into the gym just lift weights. You have to have a plan. You have to figure it out. You have to follow criteria, a regimen. Everything that's involved as a bodybuilder, it's necessary. The coaches is very important. Your rest is very important. Your diet is very important. One thing people think about with food, it can be both a tool and a weapon for a bodybuilder. It's the right kind of foods you eat, which can get you to grow and develop. And sometimes the wrong type of foods, can not even help you. So this is what I want to ask you, because as you know, I'm a big dude and I like food. What was that like, especially when you're training and you get a chance to have something? What's that thing you love the most? The thing you sometimes you want the most, but you can't have it, or just your favorite type of food?
You said the thing that I want the most, but I can't have it.
Yeah, your favorite type of food.
Like as far as food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello?
I like. Oh God, I like pizza. I can't have it, but I like pizza, and I like ice cream. For some reason, every time I'm trying to diet down, I crave ice cream. About when I prep, there's something that's going on with my body that I normally don't eat ice cream, like off season. I have no craving, but when I'm prepping, I want ice cream and I can't have it. So, yeah, it's just crazy how things go, how your brain works when you're dieting and stuff. That's one thing that's amazing that I like about the mind and the body, how much the body changes, the cravings you go through, how much your mentality changes as you're going through the process, the negative says the negative experiences and the positive. It's just all so interesting, how everything falls into place, and how you're feeling. Just, yeah. So it would be pizza and ice cream for me.
Hmm. Yeah, I love like this. One of my favorites. I don't get eat it as much because I got to go to the next town over. Is I'm a big fan of Chinese food. It has a buffet. As a town next over, it's a buffet. You get I get the noodles, I get the chicken, I get this, I get that. I mean, it be just you just want to taste for something, especially. But you know what? Those foods are not healthy, especially for a bodybuilder when they train. It's good when you like after the shows you want that nice little bit of carb, a little sugar, something a little grease to it. Your body just give us that for a moment. Here, I got here a comment from a man. You know, Davros. He says, "Yeah, I love to work out on my own, by myself." Yeah. Also, we got a comment here from a man, Curtis. He says, "Oh man, I really sorry about the way they treated and harassed you, because I don't see nothing wrong about how you ladies look. Because to me, that's another upgrade and evolution of beauty." So yeah, thank you, Curtis. Shout out to Curtis. I mean, I'm telling you, Angelina, you got some fans here. These guys like I said, we respect what you women do.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
good.
yeah, and also we admire your determination and your commitment to the sport. Like my other guys say, sometimes
Thank you.
you-
Thank you. I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Yeah, but sometimes my other guys say, like, sometimes those things are just there's things that's in the world that don't understand yet. Sometimes we are different. You're not like them, and they always will always try to make you demonize your own lifestyle. It just that's how it is sometimes. And one thing I won't say this before I leave, Angelina, you are beautiful.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
I
you so
tell you,
much.
yeah,
Thank you so
don't have,
much. I love
yeah,
the Joker too. I love.
yeah. I mean, he was just, I mean, I grew up with Caesar Romero Virgin, and then Jack, and then Heath came along. The last two, not as much, but I always liked his because he just really ran with it. He was just very passionate about it. So, what's the plan for this year? Are you just still just this is your off season, just growing, or you are planning on to, as you know, you did, it's been like 3 years since you last competed. You're thinking about maybe competing next year?
Okay. Um, I've lost. Right now. I'm focusing on losing weight, and I lost, like, I would say, I think 16, 17 pounds, and so I got like 10 to 12 pounds more to go. And my coach Maura, she wants me to do a show in November, but I'm thinking like November, December, so let's see how my body reacts and how things fall into place, and because I'm the type of person, like you said, it's we have a lot of time. There's always like there's shows all of the time. So I'm not so persistent like I was before. Like I was like, okay, I'm going to plan for a November show, and I'm doing that show. I'm mostly like this time and point in my life, I'm like, um I want my body to respond the way I want it to. I want my body to look the way I want it to. And if my body isn't responding the way I want it to, then I will wait till the following month. But so far, I've been losing weight. So far, my body is shaping the way I want it to. So it looks like that I will probably do a show November or December. So I already paid for my NPC card. So that's what I'm hoping for. Um, so I'm thinking November, December. I'll end up doing a show. My coach Maura is pushing for November. She's such a strong woman. I always say she's made out of titanium. Like um, she has more belief in me than I have in myself. And it's just she's an amazing woman. I love her to pieces. And the person says you don't need a coach, but when you have an amazing coach, it really does matter.
Yeah, because one thing, especially for women and men are different biologically. Our bodies are different. How we grow, how we develop. The right coaches, you can go far. Some coaches will give the same cookie cutter plan to competitors, but like I said again, women and men are different. What you give to a man doesn't work for a woman. You have to factor in body chemistry. How men we can build muscle, more because it's our genetics. Our breeding is to be like this. Men are bred for three things: to battle, build,
Yes.
and to die. That's it. Women, you are more for, like, say, you got kids, you work in
Yeah.
the school system, you supposed to be more caretakers. You're supposed to be, the very femininity of femininity. But yet, you got to find the right coach that can work with you. and help you in your process, how you grow, how you develop. And I see that she wanted to push you to go. I know I saw that she also used to compete. Is she thinking about coming back competing, or she said she's done?
I didn't hear the last. What did you say?
Oh, I was saying, is Moya is thinking about competing, or she's done competing?
Oh, she has her pro card, so she's done. But I always tell her we should do a show together. Once I get my pro card, we should do a show together, But I go, we got to try at least once before we get too old, I always tell her, let's do one together because I'm 47 and she's 49, I believe. And so I say, I go, you're never too old to do a show. I go, so when I get my pro card, let's do a show together, but I don't know if she's up for it. She says, okay, she tells me, but she's so into her clients and helping her clients. She works extremely hard. I don't know if she would have the time to do it. She has Austin. She helps him a lot too. They help each other a lot. But so I don't know if she has the time, but I'm sure if she wanted to do a pro show, she definitely could. Like, she has the willpower, the mental capacity. She's definitely very disciplined person, extremely hard worker. So yeah, but for me, if I get my pro card, I told myself I want to do at least one pro show just to see how it is, just to see where I'm at, But I'm 47, going to be 48, and September 10th, and so we'll see how that goes.
Well, this tomorrow will be the Masters World Championships. That'd be probably a great show to make a debut. As Masters is really getting is really growing. They just announced that the Masters Olympia is going to be in Tokyo, Japan next year, and there's shows like guys like Tim Gardner. He has Masters shows. Also, other promoters have Masters like 40 and over and all that. Yeah, there is a place. And for more, also it's like this. You can make the time because you have so many times to sleep. You have this and that. If you really want it, you can make the time. Sometimes it's just you have to really schedule your life, figure
Yes.
out a plan, and stick with it. There can be a lot of distractions, but sometimes if you want something bad enough, and you're determined to do it, you just gotta have a plan. And sometimes, like my other guy says, I don't have a plan. I'm just a dog chasing cars. If I get one, I don't know what to do with it. And I hope you do get the opportunity to train with your coach and to compete on the same stage together. Because, like I said, it's when you do the sport, you do it for the love of it. And the sad part of it, it's not a sport where there's a lot of you get
Yes.
unless you win in certain shows, there's not a lot of money back to it, especially for women. The guys in the men's open, they get a lot of chunk of change, but y'all ladies get peanuts. And I think there's
Yeah.
opportunities, and people have to be willing to give y'all women the opportunities.
Yeah, I totally agree. I agree with you. There isn't, it's always been that way though with a lot of things. Women don't get the notice, the notification that they deserve, And it's sad. We should get equally the amount of attention, equally amount of money and stuff that goes into it. But maybe it could also be who's putting in the work, to get all of the things that are into bodybuilding when you win and stuff like that. It all depends on the individual, I think, as well. Because like I think her name was Angela. She looked absolutely amazing, and I felt like Angela Yo, is that her last name? She
Yeah,
recently
yeah,
won
Angela.
and the pro show. She looks so amazing, and you can tell the work she put in and the reward she got. I think she absolutely deserved it, and they made her feel that what she got, she deserved. You know, they made her feel special. They made her feel noticed. I felt that's what I saw in the video that I seen on Instagram. Definitely felt, you know, they made her feel special and noticed and gave her the gratification that she deserved, you know. And it's just, you could see it in her body, that the amount of hard work she put into it and the time, you know. I really, she's one of my favorite bodybuilders because I could definitely see her her hard work, her dedication, her motivation, the inspiration that she gives to others, that she wants to give to others. You know, you can see it. That's
Yeah,
very inspiring. You know,
yeah. I
that's
like
what gives me
Angela.
motivation, seeing people like that.
Yeah, I like Angelina. I think she has a great physique. She has a lot of potential. My favorite person, and I love her to death, that is Andrea Shaw. She, I was kind of, kind of brokenhearted that she lost, but it's the rising phoenix. You still have another 5 more weeks to Olympia. Like I said, these ladies like Angela and Andrea and so many others, they put a lot of work. And like I said, women would never get the equality when it comes to pay as men, because we all know this is my truth of it. The men's division is the bottom bitch. It's the ones that always get the more attention. But at least I would say enough where if you do a show,
Yeah,
you win, you should get at least okay, enough where okay, cover the cost of me coming to the show and cover the cost of everything else and for my prep. I think that should be, at least fair, a little something. Because you know what, I know somebody tell me, say, I don't do it for the money, but it'd be nice. It was this sport was like any other sport where you get something out of it because you put more into it than you get out of it.
yeah, I definitely agree. We should be given more because we definitely don't get anything. Like I got this conversation many times with people. Like I'm going to be honest, I was so upset when I got my first national show. I got sixth place, and the medal, the trophy I got, it's just light, like a piece of junk. Like it cost them what, 5-10 bucks to buy offline. And I was like, this is what I get after all the money and sacrifice I put into my show. You know how much money, thousands of dollars just to do one show, and they give me this trophy that is light as a feather and it's just a piece of crap. That's what I get. I went, are you serious? I was just very upset. So I think they definitely need to put in more effort and more money into the trophies, the medals. And, you know, it didn't even say my name on it. And I said, oh, this is what they think. This is what they think of their competitors. They can't even take the time out to put my name on it. You know, I was like very, very upset because I felt like I wasn't treated with the respect that I deserved. You know, because us competitors are the ones that promote, that give them the credit that they get for NPC gets, and I feel that sometimes, especially the women, don't get the appreciation, the credit, the respect that they deserve. And that's just being honest. And I think a lot of competitors that put in the hard work feel the same way, you know?
Yeah, because it's like I said, you got to do it for the love of it. But then again, it should be something you get out of it too, because and the thing is, a lot of women they have to find ways to because you have a job, you're working. Some women have to find a way to make money in between competitions. Like I said, I wish bodybuilding was more like a mainstream sport where you got paid for it, but it's a sad thing that a lot of ladies have to do this. It's I call them the beat meat websites. It's a way to make money for themselves, and um, just that bodybuilding is just not as popular. Nowadays it used to be. I remember you used to watch it on television, and now you only watch it on pay per view on the internet. You can watch people playing cornhole, throwing darts on ESPN, but bodybuilding, it doesn't get that same respect.
No, doesn't. It should. Like when I was watching the Olympics, I I I mean I like dancing. That's one of the things I really enjoy watching. I grew up around that kind of atmosphere, but I was shocked. Like breakdancing and Olympics. What about bodybuilding? I mean, like you said, we're not getting noticed like we should. And so I thought that was quite funny. It's a talent, but I believe bodybuilding is a sport. So why not bodybuilding the Olympics?
Well, years ago, the late Ben Weeder was trying to push that, but because the thing is also there's the issue, the steroids thing, and there's more use of steroids in the Olympics,
Yeah,
track
yeah.
and field, gymnastics, other sports. But people say, how are you guys
Yes. Yeah.
judging, or but there's natural bodybuilding. You don't have to take steroids. You just, I've interviewed a couple ladies who do
Yeah.
natural, but like I said, it's
Yeah.
just because breakdance is so popular. It's been around for so long. It's not even bodybuilding been around longer than breakdancing. Then that whole thing, like with this Australian chick. Oh my God, that's just. She says took it over the. It wasn't that. I mean, the week before it was that Hot Two girl. Now that Ray Gun, that chick, she has taken over the social media internet. She's here we got a comment from a man, Lawrence Perkins. Out to Lawrence. He says, "Hello, Angelina, George, and everyone on the chat. Thank you, brother." It's my man KL. He says this. He says, I got off on Sheena Olick, Chelsea Dion, Salika, and Ashley Jones on IG. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was for man Lawrence, and also it's from Michaela Wonder. It says Ray Gun is more talked about than bodybuilding. Yeah, that's sad. So, and she didn't even earn her spot. Her and her husband said they said her husband got her in there by rigging it for her. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
but yeah. But like I said, this is what I think should happen. I think sponsorship should help. I know it's hard for you. You're doing it all yourself, and usually people go with people that are popular. But you know what? There should be people out there who like. If that's why I do these interviews on live streams, because if there are people out there who's maybe interested in sponsoring her, little things can help in her process. Take a little relief on her financially off the shoulders. Not if you can give a little bit or just do little things can help these athletes. But guys, don't do this. Say, "Hey, Angelina, you're a cute little thing, If I do a favor for you, well, no, guys, don't stop that. Say, Miss Miss Felicia, I want to be here, right? Miss Angelina, I'm gonna say like this: we are a company. We're interested about your story. You're a mom. You're a teacher. You're passionate about this sport, and if you're ever interested in maybe being sponsored, we have a plan for you. If it works out with you, it works out with us. We'll set it up. We'll make sure you're taken care of, and anything you need, we got you. That will help a lot of competitors. Sponsorship. People want to promote you. When just like I said, this sport. I've been a fan of the sport, and from the conversation I had with ladies like yourself, IFBB, NPC. I've talked to ladies in PCA and OCB. It's tough, and I think recognition and opportunity. You have to work for it, but also if the people out there who's willing to help you get along the way, they should reach out and be committed to it and be serious about it. Um, this is from a man, KL said, "You ever thought about doing break dancing?" Oh my God.
You know what? I grew up around that atmosphere. I grew up in Los Angeles, well, Santa Fe Springs, and so I was around it, all the time. Like we used to go to this after school program, and there was breakdancers, kids breakdancing and stuff. I had a really interesting. I mean, we had a lot of challenges, like I was saying, trauma, but I also had my mom. She exposed us to a lot of stuff as well. So, and I'm very, very grateful for that, and I always wanted to learn breakdancing, but I don't know if I can do it, because I'm like, it takes a lot of work being a bodybuilder. But I would probably maybe one day give it a try, but I don't think I would be that successful at it because you have to be very flexible and try and stand on your feet and oh God, doing all those twists. I think I think I would injure myself. Oh my God, I don't think I could do it.
Yeah,
But I
I'm saying,
definitely love it. Yes, I love all the hard work they put into it.
and plus, you like this, you all buffed out. You can't move. You can't do the wiki. You be like. I remember me and my brother. We could never dance. Me and my older brother. We didn't know how to dance. We did the big man dance. We just moved our shoulders. This is the big man dance. One of my younger nephews. That kid, when he was younger, he could break dance, move, boo, 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 pop, pop, pop. He used to go to shows and was it parades. My mama loved it because she loved seeing her grandchildren do something like that. But yeah, it's not for everybody. Here he said this. He says, this is from my man says, I'm trying Lawrence Perkins. Said no. He says, KL, you funny, and my man, he says, I tried Lawrence Perkins. Also, this is from my man Lawrence. He says, Miss Angelina, keep inspiring everyone on this planet, and every day you breathe as a champion, walk like a champion, and accomplished to like a champion. We fall down, but we get back up. Well, to quote my favorite character, this is from the movie Dark Knight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody's kindness.
Yeah, these guys, like I said, they like you, ladies. They're fans, and like I said, to pick you off of Lawrence, my quote is like, "Why do we fall? Can we learn to pick ourselves up?" It's those failures that help us motivate to keep on going. Be like my man Rocky Balboa. It's not about how hard you can hit; it's how hard you can take the hits and keep moving forward. Rocky is a great inspiration for everybody. Here, this is a comment from my man KL. It says, I'm teaching you, but don't they have that in the fitness competitions a little bit? Yeah, they do kind of, not like breakdancing per se. They do little push-ups, stuff like that, jump around. Fitness is probably one of the toughest divisions in bodybuilding. I don't think it's for everybody. It's a lot of chicken square you gotta get into it. Hello? Hello? I think you might have froze up. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, I'm sorry, it was breaking up. I was
Yeah.
trying to hear what you were saying.
Well, like I said, bodybuilding is a
There now,
tough
I think
sport.
it's better now.
Yeah, we've been having technical difficulties for a while, but we're getting to figure out. It happens, I have to every so often doing interviews. But yeah, I mean, bodybuilding is a tough sport, and you really have to be passionate for it. And I do like to say this to you, as a competitor, what do you think it
Yes,
would
it
need
is
you?
a tough sport. Very.
Yeah, yeah. As a competitor, what would you need? What would help you to take to get to that next level in the sport?
That is a really good question because there's a lot of things that would help me. Um, Definitely, you're talking about having people helping me like financially. That would be very helpful. Oh my God, that would be a dream. But I don't expect it. I don't expect it. Just a blessing. Just God bless to help me through, get through this, so I can meet my goal, because it also is very difficult financially, and there's been times in my life where I really wanted to compete and I couldn't because financially there's no finances there for me to do it. But yeah, getting that help, sponsorship would definitely help me tremendously and help me get in so many ways, not just financially, but the having that help gives you the motivation to keep going, you know. This interview here helped me, you know, you helping me, interviewing me is actually very motivating because, as you know, like bodybuilders, they go through their ups and downs, and it's because it's a very difficult sport in every way, you know. So you know, that would help a lot. And just to me, as self-talk, and you entering my life is just been very supportive with me. I never had this, just coming from one person, this positivity and supporting me, that that is helping me greatly, because I go through my trials and tribulations just like everybody else. And when it comes to trying to meet a goal, you know, just dealing with everyday life. And so haven't said much, but I've been like very excited to do this interview and getting myself out there. It's like giving me that push to be more open, to do videos, to explain my life. You know, maybe somebody else out there is going through the same thing I'm going through, and maybe they can relate to me. I've been telling myself that I need to do this more often, because I'm not the only one out there that goes through difficulties. And maybe the person is not necessarily in bodybuilding, but they have a goal and they're trying to meet that goal, but they're having difficulties, maybe because of mental health, maybe because of their physical health, maybe because they're going through some kind of trials in their life that's not not giving them that difficulty to meet their goal. I mean, we all have goals. We all have different goals. And I definitely would love to help other people, but I need to stop being such an introvert and get myself out there more. And I feel this interview is a huge sign to do that. And I just feel very blessed that I met you, and that I'm getting that opportunity to be more outspoken.
Well, like I said, I really appreciate that. When I started this thing, it was to because I said again, my mom passed away. I was doing this because she was sick for a long time, and this gave me something to deal with a lot of the stuff with her stuff and my stuff. And then when she passed, I just say, you know what, just got into this more fully, doing interviews, talking with you ladies. I do a podcast on Monday where we talk about the sport of women's bodybuilding. My challenge, I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan of women's bodybuilding. Been fan of bodybuilding, but a fan of you ladies. And it's great to talk to people like you who, like who's in the sport. You sometimes you have those things that you need to push you, and it's going to be maybe somebody who said, you know what, I'm there. I want to see you make your goals, accomplish your dreams, do whatever you can to get yourself to that next level. And this is why I have this channel. It's a small channel. It's still growing. And I have people like guys like Lawrence, my man KL, and also Davis Adams and Curtis who come through here who are fans of you ladies and want to see y'all do the best you can in the sport. Here we get here from a man, Lawrence, he says, Amen. Christ is the answer. Thank you, brother. Also, this is from man KL. He says, he's a schmo baby, but he's a good guy. Thank you for that. And also, once more from my man Lawrence Perkins says, George, I'm a main example of a genuine person to open doors for you ladies, including himself as well. Give everyone his wisdom, but mostly allow you ladies have a voice. Thank you, Lawrence. I appreciate that support. So we're not gonna keep much longer. We do appreciate time you give to us. It's great to talk to you, and maybe in the future we might do another interview, maybe better circumstances. But sometimes this happens. Technology can be a pain, but
Yes.
yeah. So, what would you say? You know, for you as a competitor, what do you love about this sport that really gets you going? What do you love about bodybuilding?
The change in my um I'm gonna get emotional. The change in my life, the change in my mental health, the change in my physique, the change in me spiritually, the change in my even professional growth. I've pushed myself to be the best teacher I can be, because I know I have to you have to help others and do for others in order for your goal to be achieved. So it pushed me to work harder as a preschool teacher to help the little children that are having issues with learning or behavior issues. I have to reach out and give that extra helping hand to help the families and the children. Bodybuilding has a connection to that because my mental health is stable and I'm able to have that clarity to help other people. It's helped me as a parent to be there for my children. Um, I love everything about bodybuilding. I love everything about the fitness world, even if it's not bodybuilding, because everything in the fitness world, anything that you do, doesn't matter, aerobics, Zumba, body pump with Les Mills, anything that you do is going to help you not only with your mental health, but physically. And so, and help connect the dots in your personal life. So I feel that bodybuilding helped me connect the dots in my professional life, my mental health, my personal growth. It's helped me with everything. So I definitely changed. Change is what I can say. Positive changes, not negative, but positive changes definitely has a big part of my life when it comes to since I've been into bodybuilding. Not just changes with my physique, but changes with everything in my life.
Mhm. And the thing about life, life is about it's steady evolving, steady changing. People want to stick in the past. They can't stick in the past. You have to keep, like again, Rocky said, keep moving forward. That's about life. You got to keep moving forward. You got to keep on edge to the next step. And about this
Yeah.
bodybuilding process, you just like I said, once you understand the process, then you can fully trust it. Sometimes you don't want to go in something blindly. You want to understand what it takes for you to get to that level, what it takes for you to grow, what it takes for you to achieve your goals. And when you understand the process, only then you will fully trust it. And once you trust it, then there's no telling where you can go, how far you can go. Here, this is from my man Lawrence. He says, it's my man KL. He says, no. He says, best wishes to you. Thank you, KL. So we're gonna let her go. We're gonna say, like, anybody want to give a shout out before you leave? Your kids, family members, anything like that. Anybody you know?
Do I want to do a shout out?
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
yeah. You want to do a shout
Yeah.
out?
How about to how about my coach, Miss Mora? I really appreciate everything you've done for me and throughout my experiences with you, helping me change physically and mentally. And Rob, he's my friend and he was my coach before. I really appreciate him tremendously because when I walked into his gym, I was I was depressed and I was disappointed in my last coach that I had before, and he really helped me with my mental health and my my body. He like really I learned a lot from him, different ways of working different muscles, and he helped change my body as well. I gained a lot of muscle with him as well. He's an awesome friend and I love him dearly. Love you, Rob, and I love you also more. I love you so much, the both of you, and I feel very blessed knowing you and you being a part of my life.
Oh, that's good, and I know they really appreciate you being your friends and helping you get this process and your rest of your family and your kids. I think there's a lot of people that really helps out, because you do need that support, especially if it's not for your families, for your friends, your coach. That support helps motivate you because sometimes some people don't have that. Because like I said, most people don't understand what it's like to be a bodybuilder, what it takes to compete.
No,
But yeah. But
no,
once you
I
have those
haven't
people,
had much like my boys help me are the really
Hello? I think she froze. Give her a minute. She'll come back.
Okay.
Yeah. You say about your boys?
Yeah. My boys also, they're I really appreciate everything that they've done for me throughout my experiences with bodybuilding. And before bodybuilding, when I was overweight and I was got a coach and I was trying to lose the weight, and my boy's been there since day one. We've been there for each other, so I definitely appreciate all the love and understanding and patience they have had for me throughout my whole experience. Being in the having this lifestyle, this of being healthy and exercise, the lifestyle, the fitness lifestyle, and bodybuilding lifestyle. They've been here for me since day one, with all the ups and downs that are involved, with life and having this healthy lifestyle. Not every day is going to be perfect, and they definitely have been there for me throughout this whole experience, this journey of mine, journey with fitness, and living a healthy lifestyle. It's not easy always going to the gym and always eating healthy, and it's just it could be a roller coaster sometimes, and sometimes everything's going well and they stand right next to me, and they're there 110%. I have really strong boys, and who could ask for such good young men that I have? I mean, I was blessed with them as well. It was really hard to raising them. It's not easy being a single mother, and they turned out really well, considering that I raised them on my own. They're not into gangs, they're not violent. They try their best in whatever goal they have, and I couldn't ask for such good boys. I'm really appreciative of their support as well. Besides Rob and Mora, and my gym family at InShape, I have a few friends there that are very supportive as well. Oh, I wanted to mention Arnold, my first bodybuilding coach. He's been very supportive throughout my whole experience, even though he's not my have not been my coach, for a while now. But he's always has his hands and things, giving me advice. We train together every now and then. He's always been there for me since day one, when he went up to me and asked if he could train me for a show. And so I really appreciate everyone, even yourself. I appreciate this experience.
No, well, I appreciate that. I doing this content, I get to learn a lot about myself and also about you ladies. And I do wish you all the best. This is like I said, this is a channel that I want to give y'all ladies the opportunity to share your stories. And I want people to understand what it takes to be an athlete in this sport, and especially for a woman. That's why I dedicate most of my stuff to women. But we do appreciate your time. We do wish you the best for you in your upcoming season. Hope you do November. If not, there's always next year. Like I said again, it's not a race; it's a marathon. You can take the time you want. I know more wants you to compete, but hey, when more gonna compete, so don't be telling somebody else they should compete when you're not competing. So man, unless it's your friend. But hey. But folks, I'd like to thank Angelina for coming through. Shout out to my man Lawrence Perkins. Shout out to my man KL the Wanderer, Curtis, also Davis Adams. Thank you for coming through. Anybody who watched this video, share, comment, follow us on social media. Most definitely follow her. Support does help. If there's someone out there who's interested, who saw this video, maybe help her out in a process. Like, pay like she does show and say, hey, what, I take care of your interest fee. You can do two divisions if you want. You can do physique and women's bodybuilding. Um, you know, uh, Cut the cost of her motel if she stays someplace. Just those little things help out these athletes, and this is what really shows that we support them. So we'd like to thank you again, Angelina. Wish you all the best, guys. I said again, you want to follow her her social media links are in the description of this live stream. You can check them out. You know my rules, guys. Be respectful. No dick pics. Don't do it. Stop it. Get some help. I think we hello? Yeah, give her a minute.
Yes, hello?
Yeah, hello. Yeah. What I said, I like to
Hello?
think. Yeah, hello, you there?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm here. You know, my man KL
Hello?
talking. Yeah, I
Okay,
hear you.
okay, now we got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I know. My man KL's picking on me. That says he says this. He says, say, sorry, he says it's me. I said, shut up. He says you should wrap it up before there be more complication problems. Don't have to read it out loud. I would do that because you do it with my shit. If I sent you that, and he says this. He says, I told you, and it says long talking. I like to talk long. I can walk, sleep, talk. I can
Yeah, me
talk
too.
trash. Yeah. So that's him. He's not much for talking. He does content too. He's not much for talking. But I do thank you for the time you gave me. I wish you all the best. Good luck to you. Good luck to Moria. Good luck to everybody. Good luck to your boys. Tell them to get a job. And we hope that maybe someday we do see you on the IP Pro stage.
Okay. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Good luck to you and all the best.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
folks. Yeah. Anyway, folks, it's
Thank-
Always George Page. This is your Always George Page, aka the Emperor, female body talk. Like, don't let subscribe. I'm out. Have a good afternoon. And first of the month is coming.